Hi there, students. Frenzied, unbridled, frenetic and frantic. Okay, frenzied. Very, very excited, wildly excited. Frenzied activity, uncontrolled, uncontrollably agitated. If you lose your reason, you lose your sense of thinking, you are frenzied. So there was frenzied activity, frenzied preparations for the king's visit. But notice there was a frenzied attack. The attacker was in a frenzy. He had just lost control. Yeah? So if you're frenzied, you are really, really, really excited and you have lost control of yourself, of what you're doing. Frenzy has an idea of activity, but rapid activity as well. There was a frenzied rush to leave at the end of the football match. Unbridled. Okay, a bridle is the thing that you put over a horse's head with the reins and the bit in its mouth to control the horse. So unbridled means unrestricted, no controls. Yeah, something that has free rein. It's let loose to do what it wants. So unbridled ambition would be a really good collocation. That's a bit better. Okay, unbridled, not restricted. Unbridled spending led to bankruptcy. Yeah, spending with no controls. I think the motto for today is unbridled avarice. People want more and more money. Unbridled jealousy. Okay, so it's run away. It does exactly what it wants, and there is nothing restricting it, nothing controlling it. Frenetic is very similar to frenzied. Frenetic says very fast and very energetic, but in an uncontrolled way. He was studying frenetically for the last few days before his exam. Yeah? Frenetic has an idea of very fast movement. Maybe he studied frenziedly as well, but frenziedly he's more lost control of what he's doing. Yeah? Frenetic activity, frenzied and frenetic activity. I think frenzied, you're just gone wild. Whereas frenetic, there is a little bit more control, very rapid, frenetic preparations, frenetic work. And then the final one, frantic. If you're frantic, you are in a panic, you're very worried or nervous, anxious. If you're frantic, you're extremely worried. Frantic also has an idea of hurried, excited movements. Yeah, that you're not organized, disorganized. But frantic has an idea of you're nervous about something, you're worried about something. So I was frantic when you didn't come home last night. Yeah, I was extremely worried. I was in a panic. I was at my wit's end. Frantic apparently used to mean mad, crazy. Okay? And all of these have a little bit of craziness to them. But let's see. Frenetic activity, very rapid activity, is probably the most controlled. Frenzied, you lose mental control and you're running around doing things. You're probably panicking as well, and that's why you can't think straight. When you're frantic, you are really, really worried about something. You're in a panic about something. I was frantically worried, yeah? Because I wasn't going to be able to do this on time. I'm frantic about how I'm going to pay the bank the money that I owe them. Maybe then I would need some frenetic activity, fast and energetic activity. But I mustn't get into a frenzy. I mustn't become frenzied to repay the bank's unbridled avarice. Unbridled, not restricted, not held back by anything. Okay, so all of these adjectives are talking about fast movement. I think frenzied, frenetic and frantic, these are both neutral formality. Maybe they're a little bit literary, but people use these all the time. And you could use these words in a conversation with your mates or in an academic writing. I think unbridled sounds very much more literary, yeah, if you were writing an essay. So unbridled formality maybe 6.5 out of 10. You could probably just about use it with a conversation with your mates. I think a more informal version of unbridled would be with free rein, unrestricted, not held back. Okay, but unbridled, this is a word that you would use in a poem or a book or something like that. I think it's more common like that. Okay, but you could certainly use it in a report in your academic writing. Yeah, it's a nice descriptive word, saying something has gone out of control. Unbridled, out of control. That's a good, more informal synonym. Okay, so frenzied, wild activity where you've just lost control of reason. Frenetic, very fast activity, maybe slightly uncontrolled, but you're doing it very fast because you've got a deadline or something like that. If you're frantic, you're running around hurriedly and excitedly, but you are really, really worried. You're in a panic. And unbridled, not controlled, out of control, yeah? Something that's been let loose and there is nothing holding it back. So there you go. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Frenzied, frenetic, frantic, and unbridled.